if you're just starting out kayak fishing and looking for your top 5 things you're gonna need out there on the water, well, you're in the right place. Let's do this. So I've been kayak fishing for a few years now, and I was thinking, if I had to boil down all the things that are on my kayak, which is a ton, what are the 5 things that I would take with me? Now, I'm not talking about your rods, your lures, your bait, and your tackle. Those are the gimmies. I'm talking about the next level. What are the things that are gonna make your time much more enjoyable out there on the water? And I found them. I'm gonna start with number 5 and work my way down to number 1. And as I was doing this video, I thought of another one. I can't even believe it. I would never leave shore without the one I forgot. I'm just gonna put it as a bonus at the end. All right, number 5 is this guy. This is the kayak crate with 6 rod holders, guys. There's a lot of different options out there if you want to buy them and purchase them. I'll throw a couple up. Here's one here. Here's another one here. But as you can see, they're kind of expensive. This one I made by myself. I actually did a video. I'll throw it up in the cards right there, and you can see how to make one yourself. But as you can see, a lot of storage in here, and I stick a ton of stuff in here. I got tools, my horn, my tackle, my anchor, my stringer, rain jacket, lunch, whatever. Then you have your 6 rod holders. I like to have them fanned. How I built this is actually, you can adjust these to make them go straight up and down if that's your preference. These here, if you're in rough waters, you can actually hook this onto your rod so it doesn't fall out. Or if you tip your kayak, which is a big bummer, none of them will go to the bottom. Really nice, really easy, really inexpensive. All right, let's go to number 4. Fourth thing I wouldn't leave without is my fish grips. Here's the thing, I don't carry a net. I know this might be controversial for a lot of fishermen out there. I think they're bulky. My hooks always get caught in them, and I don't want it on my kayak. They're huge, and I can just lip a bass. And so what I bring instead are these guys. They are the fish grip. Guys, these are awesome. They're cheaper than a net. They take up less room on your kayak. You won't get your hooks caught in this guy. And fish grips, what I love about using these is whenever I catch a big one, sometimes I gotta get situated for my photo, and so I'll hook the lip of the fish and we'll actually leash this to my kayak. I can just let the fish swim around and actually get oxygen while I get ready for the photo. I've never lost one. Once these things are kind of locked in right here, you are good to go. You're not gonna lose that fish. All right, the next thing you're gonna need is a paddle. And if you're on a budget, then I got the one for you, which is this guy right here. All the things that I mentioned here in my videos, I'll put in the link in the description below. But I have a Native Slayer Propel 10, and the Propel means there's a pedal drive, which means I really don't need an expensive kayak paddle. If I didn't have the pedal drive, I would definitely be investing in probably the $80 to $100 price range on a paddle. But this is why I like this one here. I like this one because it comes apart, and I usually break it down into 2 pieces. And since I have 6 rod holders on my kayak crate, I don't need the 2 that are actually on my kayak. And so I'll break this into 2 halves, and I'll stick them out of the stock rod holders that usually come with a fishing kayak. Number 4, you know how to have a much more enjoyable time out in the water? Actually catch fish. That's why I highly recommend getting a fish finder. Here's the one that I have. Is it a Garmin Striker 4? These are pretty nice. It's really a beginner entry-level fish finder, and it's going to do a variety of things for you. If you're trying out a new lake and you're trolling around, you're going to want to know where the fish are suspended. Also, if you're trolling, which I like to do a lot in my fishing kayak, you're going to want to know the depth, and that's another thing that the fish finder will do for you. The Garmin Striker 4 is also going to show you how fast you are moving, which is really important in trolling in order to get that crappie and bass bite, which I love to get. And number 1 thing you're going to need out of the water is a PFD, personal flotation device. Guys, there's a couple options here. There's a bulky, which I personally don't like, and actually has storage on it. These are a little less expensive. And then there's a low profile option, which I'm a big fan of, which I have, and I actually did a video on it. If you want to get the review on it, you can check it out up in the cards. But I like it for a variety of reasons. One, I think they look better. I fish a lot of times in the heat of the summer. I don't want something bulky on side of me. I don't need the extra storage because I got under the seat storage on my yak, which is pretty great. I have an Ison 3.3A, and the beauty of this is when that 10-pound bass pulls you into the water, it will automatically inflate. Now don't worry, I worried about this when I got it. I was like, well, I fish in the rain sometimes. Will this thing just blow up in my face? And the answer is no. It requires full immersion. Another cool thing about the Ison 3.3A is that if it does inflate, there's a manual inflate on it too if you yank that pretty hard. You can fold it back up and put another CO2 cartridge in it, and it'll continue to work for as long as you want it to. So So I'm a big fan of this. I'll throw a link down in the description and the video so you can check it out. The downside is they're a little bit more expensive, but here's the thing, you need one. So bite the bullet on one, wear it. Although dying while fishing is not a bad way to go, let's live for another day out in the water. I didn't forget about the bonus. Here we go. If you're a beginner bass fisherman and you want to consistently catch bass, it would behoove you to learn this style of fishing. And the thing is, you likely already have this type of lure in your tackle box. You're just not utilizing it in this way. It is this. Guys, this is the wacky worm style setup. Essentially, you take a 5-inch Senko. I like green pumpkin. I did a poll on my YouTube channel yesterday and asked what size hook people like using. And it's all over the place. Most, I think, picked the 1/0. There's a 2/0 and 3/0. If you're unfamiliar with fish hook sizes, I did a video on that. You can check that out right there. This is how you set this up. Essentially, take your hook. You can use a ring. I usually just put it right through the worm, and then the action through the water as you pull it is this right here. Now here's the thing, just because you set this up and throw it in the water doesn't mean you're gonna catch a fish. So please take a moment and check out this video of how to fish the wacky worm. There's a variety of different nuances on your retrieve and how you let it sink and how the bass react to the wacky worm style. And so that is a bonus and a treat for you that'll just keep on giving. Trust me, consistent bass, time after time after time. I do not leave shore without this setup. Hey, if this brought you value, please hit that like, sub, bell notification. I'll keep them coming. All right, see you guys. Bye.